As I sit here in the green, out in the open, I am reminded of Germany a lot. I really love driving through the German roads, through the countryside, and of course the autobahns where you have unlimited speed. It's a great country to settle down, fantastic infrastructure, highly prosperous nation, and plenty of job opportunities. First, and that is the topic today about opportunities for students to study in Germany and the opportunities for those students to settle down in Germany. For students from India, Germany is ideal country to study abroad. There are about 400 institutions of higher education in Germany, many of which offer English taught study programs, about 1000 in total. In addition to having many leading universities in the world and a very rich and research driven course structure, many universities offer English language study options, especially at the postgraduate level. The majority of higher education institutions in Germany are financed by the state, and there are generally no fees for bachelor's courses or most master's courses at state higher education institutions. Most people are under the misnomer that to go and study in Germany, you need to learn German. That is not really true. Private higher education institutions may demand substantially higher fees for their degree programs, and living costs usually do not go beyond 10,000 euros per year, and one can do a part-time job to fund some part of this cost. Isn't that amazing? Germany has multiple other advantages that ensures uh, it remains a very attractive option of all eyes in terms of attracting the best talent to its shores. With the geriatric population, what I mean by geriatric is an aging population, Germany needs immigrants more than ever before. There are over 1 million jobs vacant in the country, and workers in mathematics, engineering, science, and technology category are among the most prized individuals. This is especially true as some of the studies by leading consulting companies show that 700,000 or 7 lakh additional tech specialists will be needed over the next 5 years. In fact, the demand for skilled workers in the areas such as IT and engineering is unprecedented, with an expectation of there being a shortfall of over 3 million workers by 2030, and that is a huge amount. So, why study in Germany in specific? Let me tell you a few things. One, university in Germany charge low tuition fees or have no tuition fees at all. Two, overseas students in Germany have numerous funding and scholarship options. Three, German universities have a good number of programs taught in English. Four, overseas students can enjoy a high standard of living for low costs. 5. Overseas graduates from German universities have numerous job options. 6. Universities in Germany have a multi ethnic and international ambience, which means you will be comfortable out there. 6. The economy of Germany is a flourishing one. 7. A wide range of universities and courses are available to choose from. 8. The freedom to travel and visit other European countries. What about the cost of studying in Germany? Overseas students can study for free at public universities in Germany. However, there is an enrollment, administration, and confirmation charges per semester that must be paid by the students. This varies, of course, depending upon university, private or public, and the chosen course. Public universities offer free education while private universities charge tuition fees. Variable in keeping with the course opted for, the tuition fee is usually on the lower end of the spectrum and is quite affordable when compared to other countries such as Canada, US, or even Australia. Now, let's look at what the average cost of a study program is. The undergraduate or bachelor program, the average tuition fee is between 500 euros to 20,000 euros yearly. Why am I saying 500? Because it could be just a public university that you're going to, but there are a few administration costs, it comes to that, or 20,000 fees per annum. Postgraduate, anywhere from 5,000 euros to 30,000 euros yearly. That is a very affordable fee structure. So when are the intakes in Germany? Universities in Germany have diverse deadlines for applications. However, two general timelines are intake 1, which is summer semester. The application must be submitted prior to January 15th. And intake 2 is the winter semester. The application must be submitted prior to July 15th of a particular year. Now, what about the student application criteria or work authorization for students? Now, students must be 18 years of age. International students from other countries are allowed to work for 120 full days or 240 half days per year. An exception is working as an academic assistant. There is no limit to how many days academic assistants may work. They are not allowed to be self-employed or work as freelancers. Okay. What about spouses in case you're going for post-graduation and you're married? In general, spouses are given the same rights as the spouse is already in Germany. Therefore, if the spouse in Germany has the right to work, the spouse who comes to join him or her will also have that right. But also note that only work permit holders can apply for dependent visas, right? So, what are the visa requirements? You need transcript and certificates of your undergraduate studies. You need details of your secondary education. Interview universities in Germany can discuss your experience and application in an arranged interview. Additional tests for admission, such as GRE and GMAT, may be required by some universities. Results of tests in English language like IELTS, TOEFL, PTE, if you are a non-native English speaker. Programs in Germany will need test certificate for German language as part of your application. Right? There's a certain proficiency level that is expected and you need to meet that proficiency level. And always keep in touch with the university, or we will help you keep in touch at the university for any additional requirements if anything prior is required along with your applications. Now, what about after you graduate? Students can apply for and get a residency permit for 18 months to look for a job as per their qualification. Now, once the student gets a job, he can choose whether to apply for a German residency permit or a European Union blue card for the next part of their stay. Student may get a residence permit though they get a job offer for a part-time employment, provided the expected salary secures all means of subsistence, which means you need to make sure that the salary that you're getting, just a job is not enough, but the salary you're getting should be adequate to meet your subsistence, which means your stay, your rentals, your food, your living expenses as they nominally deem it to be fit. If a student wants to stay in Germany and become a permanent resident, he can apply for settlement permit. This is as early as 2 years after they receive their permanent residency permit or the EU blue card. What about work opportunities? Uh, the university degree is quite essential for securing a job in Germany, and salaries in Germany are really good. Um for any international student or worker who is seeking employment in Germany, IT, textiles, engineering, chemicals, shipbuilding, food and beverages are really attractive. Of course, Germany is always known for automotive and high-tech goods, telecom, and of course, banking to a certain extent are very popular out there. Now, a lot of students ask, can a student apply for PR visa upon graduation? Um, as a student to be allowed to stay, you will be needed to get some German permanent residency permit, which is also referred to as settlement permit in Germany. This permanent residency permit lets you work in Germany, and you can also travel in and out of the country. This permit is given to people who have either the EU blue card or have held temporary residency permit for some years. To be eligible for this, must the resident or The student or the worker must prove that they have worked in Germany at least for 5 years, that the job has the approval of the government employment agency, and they have been paying the necessary taxes and cleared certain other contributions that they expect of the government. Of course, it's very important for you to realize that you must have advanced knowledge of German, as German language proficiency for permanent residents are very stringent. Once you have permanent permit, your spouse and of course if you are married and you have children will be allowed to join you in Germany. Initially, they'll be given a temporary permit, and after a few years, you can apply for a permanent permit. Now, requirements to be eligible for a residency permit is you must have a valid passport of the country you're from. You must not have a criminal record. You must have the German language proficiency of at least B1 level. You must have a German health insurance. You must be financially stable and be able to support yourself and family. If you're working in Germany, then there must be a letter from your employer stating the job you do, the offer you have, along with the job description. Uh, however you want to continue to stay in Germany, the proof of the university where you are studying will be needed. If on the other hand you're a person who is joining your spouse, then a marriage certificate is of course required as a proof of marriage. There are a number of universities in Germany which are world class, and Germany is really a great opportunity for a lot of people to make their career in. Now, let's quickly look at what is the procedure for students to get into Germany. So, for example, if you're planning to study in Germany at a postgraduate level, or if you're planning to study at your first degree in the university, there are certain things common, but this is specifically about people wanting to do their undergraduate or graduation in Germany after their 12th standard, or in Germany it is after their 13th standard. So first thing is choose a university. So you are decided on Germany as your study abroad destination. Now you have to choose the right course and university. The DAD, which is the German Academic Exchange Service, has a database of over 2,000 programs available for search, including out of them nearly 70% of these programs are English. That is close to 1,400 programs in English. Um, Unfortunately, opportunities to study in Germany in English at undergraduate level are fairly limited, though there are some courses taught in both English and German, typically starting with English for the first 2 to 4 semesters and then changing to German. Be aware of this. This allows you to study in English while improving your proficiency in German, particularly as your university may offer German language classes. Of course, you can always consider the latest university rankings while making your decision. The second thing is check the admission requirements. Before applying, check that your current qualifications are recognized by your chosen university. To study in Germany, you need to have a headset B, meaning higher education entrance qualification. Um, for prospective undergraduate students, a high school diploma, school leaving certificate, or university entrance exam result is usually sufficient. And the DAD has a database of information on admission requirements for selected countries. Students with qualification from outside Europe may have to sit through an entrance examination after attending a preparatory exam. Although high achieving students may be able to bypass this, you'll need to check the language requirements. Most courses are taught in German, requiring international applicants to submit proof of proficiency in German language. Two main tests are available for this purpose. One is called DSH, meaning German language examination for university entrance, and the TESDAF. Likewise, if your course is taught in English, unless you are a native speaker or have previously studied in English, then you'll need to prove your knowledge of the language with a test like IELTS or TOEFL. Universities usually state this course they require it in these tests to meet their criteria. Third one is get your finances right. In order to fulfill your student visa requirements, you'll need to show proof you have or have access to at least 10,000 US dollars, or let's say 9,000 euros per year to cover your living costs, although you may find you need more depending upon your lifestyle spending habits. The average student spends about $1,000 a month, or let's say 900 euros a month. Living costs may also vary depending on the location. Munich is, of course, the most expensive city in the country. If you're concerned about cost, of course, there are scholarships available to support students studying in German at various study levels. Then the next thing is to apply. For most students, you can apply directly to the international office of the university. Alternatively, you can use the website, www.uni-ss.de. It's a centralized admission portal for international students run by the German Academic Exchange Service, DAAD, which I have told you about, or that's DAAD. Although not all universities use this, you may wish to apply for numerous courses and universities separately to increase your chances of being admitted. At many German universities, it's possible to apply for admissions twice a year to commence studies either in winter or summer. I spoke about this earlier. It's recommended to submit applications at least 6 weeks before the deadline to ensure time for correction or additions if any information is missing. You should expect to receive a formal acceptance or rejection approximately 1 or 2 months before the deadline has passed. I spoke about the specific documents, but just to reiterate, a certified copy of your high school diploma or previous degrees or any other relevant qualifications in the original language, a translated overview of your course modules and grades, a passport photo, a copy of your passport, proof of language proficiency, that you need. You may also need to, of course, pay the application fees. For some subjects, there is a nationwide cap on the number of students who can enroll. For these subjects, mostly life sciences, students from EU need to apply through a different admission procedure. Students from outside the EU should apply as normal, so it does not change for you. Of course, you have to take out a health insurance. Make sure that you leave before you leave the country. You take out a health insurance to cover your stay in Germany. This is required both before you enroll and before you get a student visa or residency permit. If you are a resident of a country within the EU, of course, there should be social security agreement in place between your country and Germany. If your health insurance is not valid in Germany, make sure you check this before you take a health insurance. You need to pay anywhere from $92 to about $176 per month to cover this. This cost is higher if you're over 30, and if you're over 29 when you're starting your course, you can only obtain private insurance. The next is get a German student visa. The requirements for obtaining student visa for Germany depend on your country of origin. You can find an overview of the countries for which a student visa is or isn't required on the Foreign Federal Office's website. You can also find out how to get a student's visa and residency permit from a number of other sources or from organizations which help students in going abroad. You need to find accommodations. Once you've gained a place on a course and your student visa, it's advisable to start looking for accommodation. Most German universities do not offer accommodation to enrolling students. Rent is likely to be your biggest monthly expense and will vary depending upon which country you live in. In big cities within Western Germany, like Dusseldorf or Cologne, and smaller student-oriented cities like Heidelberg and Freiburg, you should expect to pay slightly more if you were living in Eastern Germany. Right? So Eastern Germany is cheaper, for example, Berlin. Once you have found a place to live, you need to register at the Residence Registration Office or the Citizens Bureau. The next thing is to enroll. You must enroll before you can start your course and use university facilities such as library. You'll also need to register before the start of every semester. This usually costs about 170 to $290, which is about 150 to 250 euros, depending upon the university. There may be additional charge of around uh, $205 for a semester ticket, which covers public transport expenses for 6 months. Remember, that's for 6 months. The usual documents that you need for enrollment are your passport with visa or residence permit, several passport photos, complete registration form, proof of higher education and entrance qualification, either original certificates or officially certified copies and translations, notice of admission, evidence of adequate knowledge of German, evidence of statutory health insurance in Germany, payment receipt for the semester fee. Once you enroll, you will receive a registration certificate which acts as a provisional student ID, allowing you to comply for your residence permit and register for classes. In terms of settling into student life in Germany, well, if you're at that stage, then congratulations, you should be mostly all set to begin your studies in Germany. I hope you have brought all your essentials. If you haven't already, once you have found accommodation, register with the local registration office of your city. Once you register, you will receive a document confirming your registration at that address, which you can then use for the next step. Get a student bank account, which is very important for you for regular payments. If you'd like to find a part-time job while you study, you can find out how this works for EU and non-EU students. If you are worried or unsure about anything, ask for help from the advisory services offered by the student committees or your university's international office. Alternatively, if you have any questions, feel free to contact us and we will tell you how to go about this. You must have noticed I'm wearing a mask, and that is because this is pandemic and I'm following all the social regulations and restrictions that I need to. So for any queries, please feel to contact us. Our website address is there. Thank you and happy hunting for a course